What's up, guys? Hope everybody's well. Competition is done. It was 2 days ago. We are Monday. It will happen on Saturday. And man, let me tell you, I was so disappointed of the results. Seriously, I was almost gonna cry after. Trust me, when I just my body on stage, I didn't feel like I wanted to show it because I just wasn't happy with the way I looked at all, and it was one of the hardest weekend for me in terms of accepting everything that was happening. I'll tell you a little bit about all the things that led up to me being on stage, the whole week actually. But let's jump straight into it. So, my competition was on Saturday. I had to fly in on Thursday. All right, I'm on standby because my brother bought me a ticket. He works at Air Canada, so basically I had a standby ticket, which means that you only get on the plane if there's space. I go at 12. My brother was like, "Don't worry, you're gonna have space. There's 40 seats or whatever." I go at 12. All of a sudden, all the seats are full, and they kept bumping me to the next plane and the next plane. I ended up staying in the airport for like 6-7 hours, just waiting for a next plane. All right, and that was Thursday. I was supposed to start carbon up. I had only 2 meals because I didn't think I'll wait that long. So I ate my 2 meals and I was just stressing and stressing. Finally, I was able to get on the plane at 6 p.m., got to Toronto at 7 p.m., but they sent my luggage at Pearson Airport. I arrived at Bishop. So they have two airports in Toronto, so they sent it to the other one because initially my flight was going to the other one. Long story short, they sent my luggage to another airport. I had to go pick up my luggage, which took me another hour. As I arrived, like I was so stressed. Can you imagine? I get there, I open my luggage because all the food are in there. I want to eat my rice and tuna fast. I see all my Tupperwares are open. All the tuna is spilled over, all the rice is spilled over, everything is wet. It was just a misery. Like I was just stressing even more. I had to make it to the athletes check-in for 8 p.m. It was already 7, and the food was all spilled over on my clothes. Just not good for the body. And the biggest mistake I did was flying. All right, because I didn't see how much water my body was holding when I'm flying. The water retention that comes with flying and taking a plane, guys, is just insane. Look how much I'm holding on water. It's crazy. I posted a story of my feet yesterday. It was so swollen. My toes looked like sausages. It's insane. But yeah, and I didn't know it, so I wasn't understanding it. So as soon as I got to the athlete's check-in, I kind of take off my shirt to look at my body, and I'm like, whoa, why do I feel like I'm 15 weeks out? But it was all water. But I didn't know. I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm 15 weeks out. And I started stressing even more because before boarding on plane, I looked at me and I'm like, whoa, I look so good. So imagine, and it didn't click for me. Didn't think about the plane. Started stressing, barely ate my meals, was very hectic. And at the end, just to cherry on top of the cake, I go on the Uber and I put my address, and the Uber basically, I put the wrong address, long story short, because it's two streets that have one letter of a difference. And he takes me to another place which is 30 minutes away from my place. So this is like 10 p.m. I just want to sleep. I've been awake since 5 a.m. because I had to wake up, take supposedly the early flight. Anyways, I arrived to Toronto, wrong place, wrong Uber. I take another Uber, and this is just all expenses and expenses. Wake up next morning to go tanning, and I'm still holding all that water, and it's time to carb up. So our peak week was basically first 3 days very low carbs, and now it was time for us to start carbon up, and the water had to stay high. I mean, that was the plan that my coach gave me. The water had to stay the same as usual, and we started carbon up. But I was already retaining water, so we didn't kind of see it, and I started carbon up and retaining even more water. And I kept my water intake normal, so I didn't flush anything out, and I was just getting more and more watery and bloated. And sodium was the usual. We didn't cut sodium. So, and I'm not blaming my coach by any means. He's a wonderful guy who was supporting me through the whole thing. I would have loved that we kind of maybe as soon as I got out of the plane and realized that I'm holding on water, maybe changing the plan and like doing something about it, you know, maybe going for a jog just to sweat it off. I don't know. But carbon up, and we went for a big carb up because I was so flat. But I was also holding to a lot of water. So it's such a bad look. If you guys can see on the thumbnail, it's like the before the flight and after the flight. It looks like I gained 20 pounds of fat, but it was mostly water. And carbon up when you're already holding on water, man, it's a mess. And when I was stepping on stage, when they called my name, I was like, man, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. I felt so bad. I felt so bloated because of all the carbs that I had to eat also the previous day. But that was just the carb up peak week plan, and I was just so watery, and I felt like I didn't fit there, you know. I just wanted to not be here. And I saw all the other guys, they were all pumped. I couldn't even get a pump on stage, backstage. I was trying to pump up. I couldn't even get a pump. My coach is just really an amazing guy. He was doing his best, giving me sodium, giving me my shaker. He's just a great dude, you know. He was like giving his 200% for me pumping up. He was even putting the elastic on his back for me to do biceps with it. Just a great guy, very, very genuine, man. Yeah, it's just that I had a bad luck, man. I had a bad luck. I really believe it. It is what it is, you know. The flight, I should never have flight. Never fly, man. Why did I fly? So crazy. It was my brother's birthday gift, so. But little did I know it was gonna sabotage my whole trip, you know. And I'm not making any excuses. Even if I would have came in at my all-time best, Hussein, which won, Hussein Farhad, FHT, 2 million followers, famous guy, he would have won. He would have still won. He looks amazing, and he's got the shape, the proportion, and he's a great guy. We spoke a bit backstage. He's Lebanese, only 22 years old. Man, not even him. Like, I wouldn't have made it top 5, even if I was at my all-time best. But with that being said, because the caliber was just super high. It was the biggest competition in Canada, apparently, for naturals, because people wanted to qualify for the Ben Wider show. Anyways, it's just that I was not happy with what I brought. I just wanted to bring my best, and I didn't bring my best. I actually brought my worst. Like me, 1 week out, I looked so much better than when I was on stage, all bloated, a really mess of water. And it didn't feel good, man, because it's months of sacrifice. It's cardio. Guys, the money that I put in this. The Uber rides, the train, the this, the that. The food, the sacrifices, the hours of training. I mean, you name it. But hey, that's what it is. Some people don't see all the work we put in, all the sacrifices. But you know what? I want to come back stronger. I've made all the mistakes. I wish that those are all the mistakes. But all I want to say is that I made enough mistake this prep. I kind of fucked it all up in all the ways. Taking the plane, carbing up too much, being watery, not paying so close attention to the water. I mean, yes, my coach had his plan of doing the peak week his way, and I just don't think that his way works for me. I think it might work for someone that could absorb a lot more carbs, but me being someone that 300 grams of carbs a day would fill me up pretty good in terms of muscle glycogen, giving me 1,000 grams just made me spill over, and I was already watery, so I was like a balloon. But I was also telling him like, hey man, I'm hungry, and I don't know if I screwed it up myself, but hey, it is what it is. The whole trip, guys, from the beginning till the end was all screw ups. Like, it's that bad that I told you, like, the Uber driver got the wrong address, dropped me off. When I got to the Airbnb, I put the code of my room. I open my room and then I close back the door, but I leave my phone inside. And then I can't open the door again, and I gotta call the neighbors. Trust me, like it was worthy of a movie. Till the point of, anyways, I don't want to get into the details. It is what it is, man. Even my last day in Toronto yesterday, I planned to spend the whole day kind of walking out and chilling. Started raining like crazy. So that whole weekend, man, I don't want to say it's one to forget because there's a lot of lessons in there. I want to reflect on what happened. But yeah, I was not satisfied with my look, the way everything went. I was way too watery and too stressed, and you know. But hey, that's bodybuilding, you know. Sometimes the little 2 days can mess up month of work. That's it. Lesson to myself: never fly, don't stress, and also believe in yourself in terms of trusting your body. It's good to have a coach, but my next competition I will do it alone because there's a lot of things that I know that my body would have reacted to better. But I don't like questioning the coach because I'm a coach and I'm paying for someone. And when someone pays me, I kind of want to get the most out of their knowledge. So I'm like, I'm paying for it. So let me do his way, ride or die. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is, man. We'll learn. Congrats to the winners. They deserved it. And let's go from there. I'm super disappointed, you know, super disappointed. It's a hard pill to swallow. But hey, I'm thinking if I should do another show in 2 weeks. I don't know. I gotta bring up my hamstring. My glutes are super watery. I don't even know. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the support. Much love. And that's it. Ciao.